Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Across the Table, where the drinks are cold,
Yes,
the mics
sir.
are hot, and the conversations are fire.
Oh yeah.
Sitting across the table from me is DJ extraordinaire, DJ Ill Sid. What is going on?
What's
sir?
up, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm maintaining, man. I am maintaining.
So you know, me and you go way back. So I changed my name. I'm actually Sid Deluxx now.
Oh.
Yep, SupaDeeJay Sid Deluxx. That's me.
Super DJ Sid Deluxx.
But it's all good. We good.
Okay.
Yeah, we good.
Well, now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Absolutely.
So, man, what's been going? First of all, let me go ahead and ask this: how is Sid the person? You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody knows Sid the DJ. Everybody knows Sid from being in the scene. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I've just been kind of like just really trying to take care of myself, man. I got diagnosed with diabetes like 4 years ago. And so, yeah, but I'm just trying to take care of myself. That's really it. Old habits hard to break still, but you know, I'm coming around. So I'm doing a lot better. Health is, you know, first and foremost, one of the most important things, man.
Right.
Period. Like all this other stuff out the window.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Make sure you're healthy. So anybody out there listening, please take care of yourself. Go to the doctor. We don't like to do that, but
no.
Yeah, but I've been going a lot lately, so I'm good. I got that box checked, so I'm straight.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm good, man. Just lay back and enjoying life, enjoying family, and that's it, man. And good brothers like yourself.
Man, I am humbled.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely,
I
man.
am humbled.
No, thank you for having me. I'm honored, man. I really am. So.
Man, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
What made you get into DJing?
Man, I've always been a fan of music. I think that moving here from Chicago, I'm originally from Chicago.
I can see the bull setup.
Right.
I was sad when. I was sad, and this is me talking as a Knicks fan. Right, so I was sad, man.
I got you. But yeah, I've always been interested in music. I've loved music. Never thought I would in a million years be a DJ or even producing for that matter. But I moved out here and just saw cats like really doing it. I had a lot of mentors coming, you know, through Ohio. DJ one time was one of the cats that kind of like showed me like, hey, you know, this is how you do it. And from there, I just kind of like built, you know, my own thing. But yeah, DJing was always something I was always fascinated with. And it just became natural for me to do it once I started learning how to do it. So, and it's pretty much, it's crazy because it's then trickled down even into my offspring. Like my daughter is a DJ. Like she spins heavy down in Columbus, Ohio. So yeah,
legacy.
She's that deal. So yeah, it's like, you know, to sit back and watch that, you know, manifest like it did. It's just, you know, it's an awe moment for me, man. It's just really, it's unbelievable. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
That is what. Let's keep it going.
Yeah,
let's
man.
keep it going.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What made you? What was the song, or what moment was the moment that made you fall in love with hip hop?
Oh man, that's easy. I tell this story all the time. So I was in Tennessee visiting some family. This is probably like early 80s. And I sat down and I watched Rap City. And
hold on, are we talking about
yeah
with the mayor or are we talking about with
this
Joe?
guy? With this guy right here, the mayor, bro. If you know anything about this right here, that's putting some age on me, but yeah. But I sat down and I watched Rap City, and there was this video that came on by Gangstar, and it was called Manifest. That was the name of the video.
Okay.
And when I saw a premiere cutting outside on the ground, I was like, I want to do that. Because I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And I was like, yo, this brother is doing something amazing. I gotta be a part of that. And that was the song Manifest. Never heard of Gangstar, never heard of a track, an album, anything. And then I met, shout out to DJ Scott Smooth. I met him.
DJ Scott Smooth.
Yes, sir. I met him and he put me on to the tape. I was like, man, you ever heard this group of Gangstar? He was like, man, I got that. Oh, and he shot it to me. And I think I played that tape until it popped. I dubbed it and just kept listening. But yeah, that was one of my favorite groups, man. So, yep. Shout out to Scott Smooth for turning me on to that.
Shout out to Scott Smooth. Shout out to One Time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Gangsta. I expected DJ Premier.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's DJ Premier. I either expected you to say DJ Premier or DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Because I remember.
I love them both, but Premier got it started. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
You still doing the club scenes and all of that?
No, not as much. Doing more like private parties.
Okay.
I am launching a radio show on CMI Radio.
Word?
It's a Chicago internet-based radio. Check it out, CMI Radio, if y'all ain't heard of it.
Links will be in the description.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm doing that. And my daughter, man, and my kids are really just taking this music thing like where I never even thought, they would even be on it like that. And they are just animals and beasts. My son just sent me a song today. And he's like, Dad, I wrote my first rap. And he make beats already. And my other son acts, and it's just, I mean, you
got a bunch of entertainers in your family.
Yeah, man. It's like I got the Jackson 6, bro. For real, man. It's something crazy. So yeah, but I'm loving it, man. Just sitting back watching them, and growing and growing their craft and learning it, and it's just really humbling, man, to see that they really taking on to it like that. So
man.
Yep.
You got a whole. You should never have to work again in your life
man,
once they get put on.
I'm waiting on them. So
that man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that's dope.
Yeah,
that is dope. So
yep.
I gotta ask.
Yep.
What do you think about the current state of music in general? Being that you're a father with your children,
right,
in that
genre,
you know what I'm saying, in that area. What do you think?
Yeah. So for me, I think I'm one of the people that understands that hip hop in general is just very, very innovative. It never stays the same and always changes. Years ago, us listening to Run DMC and Beastie Boys and stuff like that, our parents thought it wasn't music, obviously, and it's kind of like the same trickling down effect with a lot of older heads now that grew up with hip hop. Like I grew up with hip hop. Like it's not a lot of people that, that's done that as far as our age range, but like to grow up with hip hop, like, and be just as old as hip hop, like, and see it evolve and change.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Because
like,
hip hop really didn't start popping until the 70s.
Right.
And we 80s babies. So we literally were there from the jump. We've seen the transition, and all through the transition, the previous generation was like, what are y'all doing?
Right. So I was born in the 70s. So I like to see it like firsthand. I always heard it. It was always around, but I didn't really start understanding it obviously until like I was about like 8 or 9, seeing what these cats was doing. Literally going to record shops and copping an actual record of like
vinyl.
Dougie Fresh and vinyl. Like, hey, that new Dougie Fresh song is out. I want to go to the store and get it and buy it on a record and bring it home and put it on a record player and play it. Like,
now, did you have the record player where you had the quarter on it and you had to balance the needle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I don't feel so old.
Now the first one though, we had was the one with, do you remember those old entertainment centers that had
with the big
TV,
joints? Yeah.
And the 27-inch TV, and then the record player and everything else was on top.
Yeah,
that's what we had. That's what we had. Yeah, that's dating me, man. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because
And then
I
when it
remember
broke
them
down,
too.
what you do? You buy a new TV and put it on top. Right.
And leave the records alone.
And leave it alone.
Leave the records alone.
Right. So, but that's pretty much I think that experience has been taken away, from kids, because now everybody's streaming. But as far as the current state of music, like I don't really have a problem with the music per se. I think it's more of the lyrics right now. I feel like a lot of these cats are being pumped up to believe something that's not really true. Case in point, Young Thug is in jail right now. They ran a RICO case on his whole camp, right? Gang activity. He has a lawyer saying this, literally releasing public statement saying, hey, this guy is saying that his conditions in jail are like dungeon-like conditions. He can't stay here in jail. But yet you make music for kids to listen to, and that's where they end up in jail. Just listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the influence is there, but yet here he is sitting in jail. Oh, I can't take this. I mean, not to say who can take sitting in jail first and foremost.
But why are you rapping about it if you can't take it?
Exactly. Like, shooting people, killing. Come on, you going to jail if you do that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just a no-brainer.
Me and my first interview I did with B Wills. He's a local artist here. Well, I can't really call him. I can't really call him local. That's disrespectful.
Yeah,
because he been everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was saying the same thing. He was like, this is the era of facades. Because the real cats that are doing this, they not rapping about it.
They not rapping about it. Exactly.
They either rapping about what they did before and telling you not to do it,
right?
Or they shutting up and talking about what they really doing right now.
Right. We know gangsters move in silence, and that's just kind of a lost art here lately. But it is what it is. So, but yeah, as far as music goes, I just like the music. What they doing, it's not gonna be the same. It's gonna change. 10 years from now, it ain't gonna sound the same. It's just I think just adapting to knowing that it's going to change. I accept a lot because there's a few cats that I really like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously Kendrick, like he's new school, but he got a message. You know what I'm saying? His message is positive. You know what I mean? But Quayla Ray, I don't even necessarily understand what they're saying, but I like the cuts. You know what I mean? So it's like I get it. This is what kids like, and this is what they listening to. Cause I had that era as well, so you gotta let them have theirs. But I just think the message above all is just really what kind of really deters me from listening to a lot of it, because it's not nothing positive,
right? A
lot of times.
My God, listening to the lyrics and then watching these videos,
and the fact that like kids don't grow up with $1 million in the bank, and they don't live this lifestyle, they can't relate. So it just really kind of really makes a disconnect as far as all these kids see is money, cars, clothes, jewelry. Not to say that we didn't do that too, but the fact of the matter is that we have other stuff to rap about. Whereas here, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's really messing up the minds of the kids right now.
It's difficult to come across one of these new rappers that can spit a hot 16 like we used to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now it's flash, money, cars, how many women I can sleep with.
Yeah.
With the girls, it's like how fast they can shake their ass, how big their booty is.
Right.
But they in their bag and they independent and they don't need it. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I say, let me not get to preaching on here, man. Let me not get to
Right.
But yeah, man. So
yeah,
I'm gonna segue for a minute because we talked about the music. Actually, yeah, let's segue for a minute because we talked about the music. We talked about the DJing.
Right.
First party you DJ'd.
I remember. It was at a house party. Hamilton. Yeah, like on the south side.
Yeah.
One of my friends said, "Hey man, I need a DJ." And I had just been practicing in my room at the time. Like I felt like in order to call myself a DJ, like I really had to go in my room and learn how to do it. And when I did my first scratch, I called like one of my friends and, hey, listen, how you think this sound? Like it was like that. Cause I felt like, I just respected the craft. So I just didn't want to hop out there and say, oh, I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? And not really know exactly what that meant or entailed. So I would do a lot of practicing in my room, a lot. And then once I felt I was good enough, I was like, okay, So anyway, fast forward, I get a call from one of my friends. He knew what I was doing already. He would come by and listen. He's like, oh man, that's tight. To hear mixes and whatnot. And so he was like, man, I'm having a party at the crib. And he was like, man, you got to come through and DJ that joint. And I was like, man, I ain't ready for no party. That like, what? Like I
threw you to the wolves.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I just do this for fun. Like he like, man, listen, bro, you ready. You need to get out here. Some people need to hear this. And
so it's like throwing you off the cliff and daring you to fly.
So I got there, man, and I brought my stuff over and set up. And the way the crib was set up, it was like a porch, like a screened-in porch. And then as you walk in the screened-in porch, the living room was there. And then there was like a kitchen right behind it. And then way in the back was like this little room with just enough room for me and the equipment. And that's it.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is back when crates of vinyl were necessary, and actual turntables, vinyl turntables were necessary. Right. Just want to put that out there. It ain't like you can carry up 2 CDJs and a laptop and run it. It ain't like that. It wasn't like that back in the day.
Needed some help.
Mad help, making 2 and 3 trips.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So I got set up in the room. And I just started playing. And now, mind you, I can't see what's going on out in the rest of the house. So it was kind of like I was just in my room again,
So he just let you do you.
He just let me do me. And I was in the back. And I had got a chance to take a break to come out while something was playing and go to the restroom and all that. Man, I came out. It was so many people out there. I was like, oh, wow. Like it was the most amazing feeling, bro. Cause it was like all of these people was there
and they was rocking with you.
I heard people out there, but I didn't know, to what extent, like how many people were actually there. And to see that, I was like, oh man, I gotta get on my A game tonight. Like, this is crazy. But that was my first party. 1555 Hamilton. If you ever drive past that place, that was where my first party happened. Back in like 90, I think that was 96. Yeah.
We went over first party, where you started, how you started. Shout out to One Time and all of them.
Yep.
Let's segue for a minute. Okay. Because this is the real reason why I invited you over here.
Okay.
You're a married man, right?
Yes, sir.
You got children, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, now I have to know.
Okay.
Because I want to be married one day.
Right.
I want to have children within my marriage.
Why do you want to be married? I'm asking you that question.
I want to be married simply because I know that I'm not supposed to be alone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're better apart than we are together. A lot of people always say that. Mm-hmm. And I know that my purpose here is to leave something behind that's more important than me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's more about my name than anything. Mm-hmm. And it's more about legacy than anything.
Yeah, you go.
And
okay. That's a good reason.
Right. And I know that's supposed to happen. Like I just don't understand how people can go their whole lives alone.
Yeah.
Like that's a terrible way to live. Nobody that loves you.
Oh yeah.
That's terrible. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Nah. And
Okay.
in order for me to have that legacy, I know I got to do it right. I can't be out here frivolous.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Do it right.
I'm gonna do it under the covering of within the covenant of a marriage, and I'm gonna have my kids within my marriage. I always said that I would never be a baby daddy.
There you go.
Absolutely. I've had a few scares, but absolutely not. No, I'm not doing it. There are too many of them as it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I can't be one of those guys out here that have a bunch of kids every which way.
Yep.
So I'm real cautious. I mean, come on, man, we dudes.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not frivolous with it. You understand what I'm saying? I know that I carry the spark of life inside of me.
Right.
So I got to be real responsible for that. I got to be responsible with that because it's a huge weight that really don't nobody talk about.
Yeah.
So if
there's so many facets to that statement though, that when you mentioned, I'm actually glad you mentioned, like being frivolous with it and things like that. Because I think one of the most, liberating things to do is to, actually bring somebody on board with you, but then align as one unit, and then be able to share that to people to let them know this is what it looks like and this is what it's supposed to look like. I think for me personally though, see, my story was a lot different. And I think that a lot of people get the wrong impression of like people, like when you say like multiple children. I got six shorties. 3 boys, 3 girls. My oldest is 24. She'll be 25 this year in November. I've been married twice. But
twice.
This is my second marriage. Yes, sir. So, but backing it up a little bit, like I've pretty much seen every facet that you could imagine, coming up when I was young, till now. I've seen all sides of it. I've seen, children that necessarily didn't grow up in the same home with me, grow up differently, have different views, different opinions, different upbringing, to where it's to the point where it's like, man, if I could do it all over again, but learning what I know now, I think I would be able to impact so many more, so much more, and really be able to steer people the right way. Because as for me, and this story, I've never no one even really knows this story.
Exclusive.
So you get exclusive. Like if you really want to know about Sid, first of all, being a DJ, being in music, things like that, you're put in a limelight kind of. Okay. So let's marinate on that.
I already know.
For a second.
I got a small piece of it when I was hosting.
Yes, sir.
With Lou and One Time and all them.
Exactly.
So I got like a teeny tiny little bite-sized piece of it.
So women are all in your face all the time. I don't know what it is because we all live in the same city. No one's millionaires at this point, so I'm not understanding what you so in love with.
Because they want to get in the club for free. Right. That's what it is.
Right. So I'm like, I don't know, but anyway, I think, well, first of all, I had to take a look at myself and realize that, there was something that I was missing, and I didn't know what it was until I met my second wife. She pointed it out to me, and I had no idea. It was something wrong with me. The problem was that I had been longing for a family so long. I was starting families with the wrong people. let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about it.
Okay.
I was starting
Let's
families.
get into it.
I was starting families with the wrong people. We didn't align the way we were supposed to, but I wanted that so much because I had a family. I had a regular family, mom, dad at home, sister, but everybody had their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, my mom worked, my dad worked, my sister hooped. I had music. That was like my thing. You know what I mean? So, but I was able to, I think, maneuver a little bit better when I was younger because it was just me. You know, I didn't have anything tying me down, but I just wanted that. I always longed for that family. I knew what family was, but most of my family lived in another state, another city, because we moved here from out of town. So I knew what it looked like. I knew what you were supposed to do, but I was getting into relationships that weren't beneficial for me or the other person, you know? And that's where a lot of that came from, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, dating and moving in with people and then breaking up and all this stuff. And then from that to child support and all this other, like, I've seen all of it. And I'm telling you right now, if you could do it and you want to be married, please, please, please do not have a child without being married. And even then, when you have a child and you're married, and let's say, oh, it don't work out, it's almost like taking your last breath. You understand? Taking your last breath as a family. You need to fight the hardest that you could possibly fight to keep that situation together. If y'all don't align, work it out before y'all get together. Find out what marriage looks like for you and for them. What do you think about this? How do you feel about this? How do you rate this on a scale from 1 to 10? How important is this? How important is this to you? If you can work all of those things out before you get married, it's not going to be smooth sailing, but I tell you what, it'll be a lot better. You know, once you do finally get to marry someone and, you know, bring them under your roof per se. So
see,
yeah,
you kind of beat me to the question that I wanted to ask you too.
Yeah, man, I got a lot for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't really ask because you already beat me to it. I was gonna ask how does the dynamic work? Did she have any children before you? Your second wife?
She did not. She did not. Nope.
Okay. How does that work? Because I know that there's the you and her dynamic, and you have kids together, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then there's the outside dynamic with you and the mother of your children that she, you know what I'm saying, she has to integrate with too.
Right.
How do you make that work?
So my wife is a different kind of person. I think first and foremost, I think just being selective of who you talk to and the company that you keep helps you navigate a little better. Her as a person dealing with all of that, is for me, she would probably be able to tell you better than I can, but from what I see, it's not an easy task at all. Simply because you're basically bringing another human being in to love something that's not theirs, you know? And it's crazy because most people see that as either a hindrance or, you know, or just something that's
like
not
a liability.
Yeah, a liability, pretty much, right? She didn't see it like that. She saw is I'm willing to accept you, and I want to be attached to everything that you love, so I can love it too. And that spoke volumes for me because it was like, now it's to the point, the relationships that I have with the kids are, you know, I'm solid with them, but whenever they need something or they trying to get something out of dad, they don't even come to me. They go to her. They just completely X me out of the equation.
They don't be trying to play y'all against each other. It's just straight mommy.
It's straight mommy. They go straight to her. because obviously she's a sweetheart. She's nice. She stands her ground, but they would rather talk to her than me because dad gives a lot of no's. I'm not gonna lie. Nope. Nope. Just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Nope. You want to what? Nah, I don't think so. You know, but it's crazy that, you know, she gets along with them that well. And for me, you know, it's like, wow, like this is easy. But it's not, because I also have to support her as in doing so. You know what I mean? So I look at it from the standpoint of, okay, she got to deal with this. Okay, I have to do this to counteract that. You know what I mean? In order to help out and do whatever I need to do to make sure that she's cool. So yeah, it's a two-way street, but it's very, very very difficult to navigate, but we get it done. So yeah.
What is it like facilitating the role of husband? Mm-hmm. Like, what is that like?
So when you think about the role of your role as a husband, or, you know, just man in general, the male ego can get you in trouble. So, and when I say that, it's almost in the least harmful way, but also in the worst, because here's what this is how men think. Okay. So you meet somebody, you got a family, they live with you, you're in the house, you got lights, water, gas, food, all the things you need to sustain the family, love, everything, right? When all that all falls apart, the man knows it's all gonna fall on me, no matter what happens.
Heavy is the head.
Heavy, exactly. So it's like you have to kick that male ego aside when you have a wife, because now you have a helper, right? But no man really wants a woman to work hard at all, right? We don't want you don't want your woman to, let alone pump gas.
And that's oh my God, right? That's the biggest misconception that I'm hearing. Like, no man wants to see their woman get their hands dirty.
Right.
Go over there. Let me do the dirty work. You go sit pretty after I get done with it.
Right. But the problem is that they can't always be that person, because guess what? At some point in your life, you're going to fall short. And she is gonna have to help you, and that's a balancing scale.
But see, what I mean? But it's the perfect definition of a helpmeet or a helpmate. Mm-hmm. It's like a spotter in the gym. Mm-hmm. You know you can push the weight up,
right?
But when you get to that last maybe 1 or 2 reps that you know you really need to get off your chest or you're gonna die,
right?
You got somebody there that'll be like, all right,
I got you.
Right.
And it's hard for us because we want to do everything. And guess what? We only one person. Could you imagine? And another thing, I got a newfound respect just for like just an average everyday woman's life. Like, it's not easy. Like, even at a stay-at-home mom level, like, to see the stuff that they do like during the day and still have to go to work, it's crazy. Laundry and cleaning and all of this other stuff that they do, alongside with, like, if you got one that's like an entrepreneur like mine, like she sells candles and she does this and she does that and makes jewelry and all this other stuff, and then you got your thing and we got kids at home. Like, there's a lot that needs to be tended to, but it's like really just being solid and being there for each other, but help like is so needed in both directions. So I really think that when you say facilitating a husband and being an actual husband, just really means to just be there in every way possible. You know, every way possible. If you need this, I got you. You need help with this, I got you. And don't wait till you know she's broken down and tired. No, just jump in there and help. Just ask, hey, is there anything I need to do? Even if you don't know what to do, just ask. So absolutely, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's heavy, right? That's a lot to deal with. Yeah, man.
But it's like it's a heavy. Every married man that I talk to has kind of sort of said the same thing, but in a different way. It's a heavy responsibility that's about more than you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So of course it's gonna be tough.
Right.
It ain't about you.
Right.
It's about everybody under your covering.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask because you've done this twice. There are men that do it once and they're like, I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
What about her made you say, all right, I'm gonna try this again and I'm gonna get it right and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you?
Yeah.
What tangible thing did she do or intangible feeling did she give you to make you want to take that step?
Well, first of all, I think I would probably say the biggest thing was she listened a lot. Like, just listen to me. And when I say listen, I don't mean as far as like, oh, I need you to do this for me or do that for me. Not like just really just sat down and listen. Because one of the things I think that men that are involved in relationships, you will notice that there are some things that you will never ever be able to discover about yourself. Someone else has to tell you about it because you may not see it. And you may think in your mind, oh man, this is right. I know I'm doing this the right way. And totally off, totally wrong, totally off. But for me, it was listening. And I think I would say she's probably one of the most generous people I've ever met in my life. Just having not just love, but like God's love, like the kind of love where you be like, you for real? You know, like it just like this,
like you don't want to feel like you're getting played.
Yeah, you playing with me, right? Like this is like it's that kind, like to make you just say, wow, you know. I think that relationships are a lot of times just obviously give and take, but when a person is giving more than they taking, like it kind of make you stand back a little bit because she's just completely selfless. You know what I'm saying? And that just speaks volumes for me in itself. To know that I don't like a certain something, but because you know that I don't like a certain something, you're gonna make it so that I do like it. And you may not necessarily care for it as much, but because it makes me happy, you'll do that, you know? And that's like, why wouldn't you want to return that kind of favor? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to do that? That just makes sense to do that. That increases longevity and the fact that y'all gonna be together longer when you do stuff like that. So that's what I would say.
So she knows that it's about y'all, and you know it's about everything.
Yeah.
So it kind of flows.
Yeah.
That is dope. Because you don't hear about that.
Yeah, man.
You really don't hear about that.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's really I think people in general just before getting together, before doing that, just sit and talk. Because a lot of times, you know, when you start talking to people that you don't know, and you don't pay attention, and you in love, and you in love with the looks, or this person is fine, or they look good, or whatever, and they can do no wrong. But a lot of times, people are really throwing red flags in your face, and you just ignoring them. You know, I think that most people, if they just really, really sit down and just talk and really see what this person is about, because a lot of times, you know, you can only fake it to make it so long, to the point of where, you know what, I can't believe this person anymore. I'm not feeling it, or a person is going to show you who they are eventually. You know what I mean? So if it's to the point where, you know, you just pretty much you haven't been put to the test, rather, you know what I'm saying, to see what's gonna happen, then chances are, yeah, that's probably not for you. So, yeah,
that's probably the most sound advice about this about this subject that I've heard.
Yeah, man.
Because it doesn't seem like people talk anymore.
No.
It's
They
all
don't.
this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record and say that I wish text messaging never existed.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it. Hate texting.
Yeah.
I hate having a conversation through a keyboard.
Yeah.
And I hate that there are people out there that are trying to build a relationship through a keyboard.
Yeah.
You can't build anything through a keyboard. Even us setting this up right now, I had to call you to make it happen. Right. Hit me up, and then we called each other and had the conversation.
Yeah, it wasn't our keyboard. Yeah. We in a new generation now, and I think that's where a lot of touch gets lost too, because you don't really know what I'm saying, or you don't know how I'm feeling when I say it, because it's through a text and there ain't no feeling. It's just, it is what it is. It can be taken the wrong way sometimes.
I was just about to say that it's too up to interpretation.
Yeah,
like I read it in my head instead of reading it in how you want me to hear it.
Yeah. That's a big problem.
Let me not rant. Let me not get off. Let me not rant real quick.
All good.
All right. Damn. Like just hearing about that is just dope to me. Like I said, every husband that I've had on here has expressed how much their partner meant to them in their evolution. Yeah. But how in their evolution their partner goes up too. So it's like that's just dope. Yeah. And that's like the ultimate form of teamwork to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think that and there is a other side of that too. Because I just think the common goal is to make sure that y'all on the same page. But number two, when people change, you know, when you have people that's been together for a long time, and like what I liked 5 years ago, I might not like no more. You know what I mean? And so, but I need to communicate that as well. You know, I don't like this no more. Okay, well, what do you like? You know, and go from there. You know, I really think, because a lot of people do the same things for years and years and years, and then you find out later, oh, they're not together no more. Well, this person is bored with whatever it is you got going on, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And just, you know, being able to change in ways that you thought you never could, I think is like, I'm in a play right now. Who would have ever thought I'd be doing a play, playing the Wiz, right? My kids do that. I'm like, I don't do that, you know what I'm saying? But here I am today. I'm in a play, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it helps you, you know, and you evolve and you look back and you're like, man, you know, I never thought I'd be doing, you know, something like this. But hey, it is what it is. But it helps you, you know, and you become more well-rounded when you do that. So
true that.
Yeah, man.
What's it like being a father? Because that seems like it's dope, but on the flip side of it, it is extremely tedious.
It is.
And very scary. Because just like being married, you got these little human beings that you and your wife created that you got to make sure is okay until they can make sure they're okay. And even when they okay, you still gonna be like, hey, I'm here.
Yep.
So what's it like being a dad, a father, and how is it?
Well, for my experience, it has really been. I heard a joke last week, and this guy was a comedian. He was saying, "Yeah, so have you started making people yet?" And he was like, I make people now. He was like, I make people and I'm their leader. I got 3 little people that I made, and I'm their leader. And but as far as the experience, you know, I always feel as if when kids become of age, the dad has to compete a lot of times. And when I say compete, There's nothing in this world like a mother's love. I'll go on record to say that. Okay. Now, dad comes in the picture, and kids kind of gravitate towards dad based on whatever the situation is. They may like sports. They may like this. They may like that. But for the mom, it's just all there. It's all there already. It's she feels, the kids feel close to their moms. They know that they can talk to her pretty much. But dad is a little different animal, because dad may not necessarily be the most sensitive at times when it comes to talking about certain subjects. He may not necessarily really give them the security that they need in order to talk to you about certain things, right? I've learned that just by dealing with my sons and dealing with my daughters. Me and my daughters, my oldest daughter is kind of like, I don't know why this seems so true, but I heard a statement on Instagram the other day, and it says that the dad's first daughter is always a duplicate of the dad. Oh my God. It's true. Right? It's dad reincarnated pretty much.
Oh,
right?
Shoot.
So I'm looking like, man, she DJing. Ain't she in the music heavy? I'm like, oh my God, it's me all over again. In a
the
girl,
cycle continued.
In girl form. Right. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, but as far as competing though, with the world, the way that the world is now, and I sound old when I say that, but it's true. My sons, like, so I have 2 sons that didn't grow up in the house with me, right? And we hung out. We still, I see them. They come by. They spend the night some days, whatever. But as far as like that 1-on-1 24/7, that didn't happen with like 2 of them. And I can tell the difference between them and my younger son as well, because they have a sense of, one has a sense of, kind of a little bit of insecurity a little bit. My other one, he's more outgoing, more outspoken, but also feels like money is everything. He watches videos and listen to the rap scene, and it's like trying to reel them back in from the things that the world puts in their head. It's rough a lot of times, because you have to compete with that. Here you are, an average dad, you got an average car, you live in an average home, you know what I mean? And you're trying to tell your son, hey, these are values. These are things that you should value. You shouldn't value things like this. And it's kind of like now from the outside looking in, how you going to tell me something? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got this, you ain't got that. And it's like, those are the things that are being put to the forefront for kids to say, hey, this is making it. Having this is making it. Having that is making it. And it's really just sending the wrong message to a lot of kids. So being a dad nowadays, you have to compete with a lot of that stuff, and basically try to find some kind of way to basically reel them in and teach them what common sense is, and what just being an actual good person and the actual wealth that can bring, as a person to yourself and whatever situation you have. But it's difficult. It really is difficult. But I bet. You gotta persist. So,
damn. Mm-hmm. But it also speaks to what it's like to have a dad in the home all the time.
Yeah.
And visiting dad every now and then. Mm-hmm. I mean, you still try to drop your jewels.
Yeah.
And this is speaking from experience. Well, not being a dad, but being a product of a single mom home.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's like you try to drop your jewels, but it's like you got to go back home to mama.
Yep.
And then what happens over there, I have no control over, because I'm not there.
Exactly.
But when you hear, it's like, this is really how life is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. What you see on TV is a handful of hyper successful engines that are being pushed.
Yeah.
Like, and it's difficult if you really, really want to do that. So
yeah,
I can. Yeah,
and
I
think success has a lot of faces, and it's just really up to you to instill which one they should be picking. You know what I'm saying? It's not really every day that, kids have a lot of positive influence pushed on them, like pushed on them, like not so much as like what they hear in media and TV and internet, things like that. So anything like positive that you can have them like do or be around, just do it. Like they may not want to do it, but I think it helps in the long run because it builds a character. Once they get older and they stop thinking like boys and start thinking like men, they realize, okay, oh, this is what he was trying to tell me. Because it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? When I was young too, like, I run around in the streets and trying to be young and be cool and all of that. And then finally you just become of age and realize like, man, that stuff was stupid. You know what I mean?
And then you get mad at yourself for all the time you wasted.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hindsight is always 2020.
Yeah.
It's always 2020.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, yep. Totally agree with that.
Okay. Now, I got to ask you this.
I'm ready.
Because it seems like this just will not go away.
Okay.
As a married man that's been in the scene as far as DJing, as you know what I'm saying, the club scene, the private party scene and all of that. As a husband, are you slapping the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars? I gotta know.
Oh man. No, man. Honestly, that whole scenario to me, I felt like was probably one of the weakest things he could have done.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Because I kind of sort of said the same thing.
Yeah.
But I got more details on it and more history behind it. And I kind of can see where it came from.
Yeah.
But
well, I think my thing is this, like, first of all, Chris Rock has pretty much a job to do when he's up there, right? Okay.
Plus, I heard that they don't even write their jokes for the show.
They don't, right? They sure don't. So, with that being said, he doesn't really have creative control as far as what he's supposed to say. 2, publicly humiliating this guy in front of all of those people and people at home watching TV just really didn't seem like the correct course of action, simply because look where it got you. Like,
he done lost bags. He done got banned from the academy.
Money. Exactly. Right.
All of that.
They asked him to resign, and it's like it was so much bad that came from that. Nothing good. The only good thing he could say is I slapped him on national TV. That's it. But as far as Chris Rock goes, I think that it was more of a win for him, because a lot of people, like, if you notice, like throughout media and through news, a lot of people felt sorry for Chris. Like, man, he really took that. You know what I'm saying? And he had to regroup himself in front of millions of people.
People don't see that, because I caught that too. If you look closely after the slap, he went and he was like, I'm
about to. Because his fist went just like this. Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm on stage in front of the world. Let me calm down.
Yeah, yeah. And then, like, okay, I think I would have been more impressed if he had smacked somebody like The Rock.
You know
what I'm saying?
You know that ain't happening.
I know it ain't, but that's my point,
That is not happening.
Right, and that's my point, though. I'm saying, like, you would smack Chris Rock, but you wouldn't smack like a Rock or somebody like that if somebody was talking about your wife like that. And personally, it's just words. Like that, like him saying that didn't decrease any of her money anywhere. She didn't lose any sponsors by him saying that joke or anything like that. So I just think it was completely demeaning and just uncalled for. And me personally, like, had it been my wife, I was like, don't even worry about it. We actually had a saying about talking about, well, what if that was Tupac? What if Tupac was there? Do you think Tupac would have got up and smacked him and dead in the face like that? We was like, no. He would have took that backstage. He probably would have ended up dead or shot or something if that had happened. You know, but hey, to each his own. But I don't agree with it, and what can I say?
I had to ask.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're a married man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've been in the scene, so you kind of sort of know how that go.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be real with you. From the few interactions that I've seen of you and I've had with you before, she doesn't seem like the type of person that'll put you in that position to begin with.
Exactly. And she did that. That's exactly what she did. Because if you notice, when they took the camera away from the stage off of Chris Rock and seen her, he was laughing. He was laughing at the joke. And then he looked over and saw her face. And she was basically, I'll tell you, this is my thing though. She didn't tell him to stop. She didn't tell him not to go up there. She didn't say, no, we'll come back. It's okay. It's okay. She didn't do that, did she? No, because that's what she wanted to happen. So I just lost all respect. I've lost respect for her a long time ago. That red table they got, yeah, that we can go ahead and cut that off. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, when she emasculated them then about this whole what is that? What is it called? What does she call it? The entanglement? Yeah, you was entangled, all right.
Yeah, right. Like, really?
Yeah, it was bad, man. What can I say, though? It is what it is. So,
like I said, man, I had to ask.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Last two questions.
Okay.
Let's go back to let's go back to the music.
Okay.
Every guest that I've had on here, I always do a random top 5.
Okay.
So,
oh man,
I got it. No order.
Okay.
Just top 5.
Okay.
First.
Ooh, we talking on the hip hop side, right?
Top 5 MCs.
Okay.
And not just rappers.
Okay.
Top 5 MCs that you've seen actually rock a party.
Okay.
Like, you got a master of ceremonies.
Okay.
And you got a hip hop artist.
Okay.
Top 5.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to roll with, and since you said that, now that changes everything.
I had to do that because you DJ. I used to host. I know one really can't work without the other.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to. So KRS-One, number 1 for me. And when I say rock a crowd and be an MC, hands down, KRS-One has got to be number 1 for me. To see it at that level. 2, I would probably have to say, after that, I think it would be Rakim would be number 2. Yeah.
The God MC, the microphone fiend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. 3, rocking the crowd. Bus a Bus, man. I gotta roll with Bus a Bus. He might actually I'm gonna leave him at 3. His
energy,
stage and energy,
God.
his performances are off the chart.
I remember UT had a football game.
I think I was there.
And Busta Rhymes was performing.
Yep.
The moment the clocks hit 000.
Yep.
Everybody hopped to the field.
Yep.
And Busta Rhymes.
I was there.
I was there. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, man. That was amazing. Man, how long ago was that? Oh my God, that was a while ago. Yeah, I remember that.
It was a while. It was Bust still had his dreads.
Yeah, he was skinny then too. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's see. 4th. I would probably say I'm gonna go with Scarface for number 4. Cause I seen Scarface. This is back when Face was like Face. Like when you went down south, you heard nothing but but face.
Are we talking Ghetto Boy's face?
Yes. No.
Or are we talking Let Me Roll, Never Seen a Man Die face?
That's the face I'm talking
okay.
about. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to roll with that. However, the song Mr. Scarface, I know that ain't on that era, but I'm gonna have to pull that one in too. But yeah, Scarface probably number 4. And lastly, wow, Rocking the Crowd, MC, I'm gonna have to say Common. Yeah, those are my top 5. Yeah, and Common will be here June 14th. By the way,
no,
I'll be there.
I know.
Yeah. Common was raw too. Well, dang man,
honorable mention.
I need
honorable
6.
mention.
I need 6. Okay,
honorable mention.
Yeah, let me go ahead and throw Black Thought in there, and then I'm done.
The Thought from the legendary Roots crew.
Yes, sir. He can go, man.
That
dude is a rap machine. You understand
bruh.
me? Yeah, I'm a roll with those. Yeah, I gotta roll with those.
That's a respectable list.
Yeah, man.
That is a very respectable list.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
All right.
Yep.
We did the MCs.
Cool.
Top 5 DJs.
Ooh wee. Okay.
Top 5 DJs.
All right, this ain't too hard. So now, what are we basing this on? Cause I got a lot that I like, but it's certain ones in certain categories that'll get put over the other one. It just depends on what we talking about.
Let's do well-rounded DJs.
Okay. Well-rounded. I'm gonna have to go with Jazzy Jeff first.
Absolutely.
Jazzy Jeff.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, it has to be first. Number 2, I would say, gotta go with DJ Scratch. Love DJ Scratch. DJ Scratch I've seen DJ Scratch do parties before, and a lot of people don't know this about Scratch. So whenever Scratch is online and he's on Instagram, he's posting stuff, he's always doing a lot of battle and mixing and technical stuff. But he can rock a party. I've seen it before. Like, he is very, very dope. And when he flies those records in, trust me, you don't know where they're coming from. He is very, very dope when it comes to rocking party. He just doesn't do a lot of it online, but show up to a DJ Scratch party and he'll show you what time it is. He acts stupid up there. It's ridiculous, bro. You just sit there like, and this is without all the flash and flare, bro. Like, he ain't doing the behind the tricks in the back and the Jason. He not doing none of that. He just spinning. Like, I gotta roll with him. That's number 2, right?
Number 2.
All right. So number 3, I gotta go with Kid Capri. That's my party DJ. Love him. He rock a party, and I've seen him on multiple occasions. It was crazy. I just talked to one of my good friends today, and we were talking about Kid Capri last night, and I was trying to figure out if he was still with Osti Management, because I knew a couple people on his management team a while back, and sure enough, they still together and they still rocking. So yeah, Kid Capri, gotta roll with him. And the nice thing I like about Kid is his energy is crazy. He know what to play, but he can cut a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? He's well rounded. He can do all of that stuff. So I gotta roll with him on that one. 4, I may have to go with. See, I love Primo, but well rounded. I've never seen Primo really rock a party, so I can't really pick Primo on that one. I can't. I might have to roll with. I love Primo in every other category, but I've never seen him rock a party though. So I can't really say that would be.
You know what? You're right. We've really only seen him DJ ciphers and have some of the best production that has ever graced the hip hop track.
For sure. Like, I love Primo's beats, like bananas, cuts too. Like, but I've never seen him rock.
You know my favorite Primo beat?
Which one?
Boom, by Royce the 5'9".
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my fave.
Okay. I'm more of a bust your shit guy. I love that song. I'm sorry, bro. Like that song right there is when I heard that beat, I was like, I mean, it just sounds like something you never heard before, bro. And then, you know, Guru with the monotone just come over rapping it. Like, well, that one and The Wick, those are like my two favorite. But
The Wick was dope.
Yeah, but
The Wick
that
was dope.
Busta Shit one, like that song, that snare he used, like I had never heard nothing like that on a hip hop song. Like it sounded like something from the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get a chance, listen to Busta Shit by Gangstar. That song was dirty as all get out. I'm like, how did they mix that? Like for it to be that dirty and still have that much punch. Like it was, I mean, that was a dirty song. It was really dirty. So, but yeah, let me see. Oh man, that's number 4 that's a hard spot, man. Let's go with oh boy. That's a hard one, man. That's a hard cause 3 was good. I'm cool on my solid 3. Before
Okay, you did top 3.
okay.
Give me an honorable mention.
Let's go. So I'm gonna have to go with Primo then.
Okay.
For the honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I love everything else, but I haven't heard him rock a party. So and then here's one that'll probably throw you off that a lot of people don't recognize him for, but he one of the coldest DJs ever. If you've ever heard this guy DJ, he's sweet. J Dilla. J Dilla
From the slum? Are you serious?
Sir. J Dilla. To me, I'm just a Dilla head. Period. So like, if we talking about beats, that'd be number 1. But yeah, he's like, if you've ever heard that dude spin, all of the cuts on Slums, like on Fat Cat and all of the cuts you hear, that's not DJ Dez is him. Yeah, like Dilla. He was a sweet. He got a song. One of my favorite ones I heard him cutting on was Ronnie Cash's Fat Cat. Don't Nobody Care About Us. That's the name of the song. It's by Fat Cat. It's he's down with Slum and that whole team, and he got a song called Don't Nobody Care About Us, and Dilla is going bananas on that song, and it's like, wow. I didn't know he did that. Like he's a really, really good DJ, like really good. So
I rock with Dilla.
Yep.
I rock with Mad Lib.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mad Lib. That's oh my god.
Yeah.
I rock with Tech.
Okay.
Everybody got to rock with Tech.
Come on,
it's
man.
Tech.
That's Cincinnati, bro.
It's Tech.
Yeah. I like Tech as a DJ and a producer too. I think I love him more as a producer though, but I love his cuts too. But yeah, as a producer, absolutely.
When they did the Black Star album, and then the Reflection Eternal album,
new one's coming out, by the way.
Really?
Yep. Really? And they're putting out. They're not doing it on. They're not streaming it. And Mos Def had a whole campaign about that. Like he released out a press release in regards to them doing the new album, him and their new, I think it's the new Black Star album. He's not satisfied with the way Spotify and a lot of these other companies are only giving us like a percent of a cent, which I totally agree. Like we make all of this music and you guys are basically selling our music online and streaming it for, and we get paid like 36 of a percent, like of a cent, like not even a whole cent. Who decided that it was good to make a cent a fraction? Like, like who did that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real? Are you serious, bro? So yeah, they're doing their entire campaign. They're actually releasing it themselves, like physical copies.
So you gotta go to the record store to get it.
Yeah. So wherever they have it available, like I think they may be selling it on like Amazon or something like that, and you buy the physical copy and then they send it to you. Like that's what they're doing. A lot of artists are doing that. Another one is India Irie. She's doing that too. She wants her stuff off Spotify. She's pulling it off. I mean, it makes sense though. Like I believe personally that publishing is really gonna come back into the game as far as ASCAP and BMI is concerned, to actually start grabbing physical copies again and being able to get your publishing that way, like on physical copies, because streaming is taking so much money from artists. It's ridiculous, man. Like I got over 1 million streams and I'm not making no cash. You know what I mean? I'm getting charged like they're paying me like 36 of a cent. Like, come on, bro. Like that's not even real money. You know what I mean? So it's bad. It's bad. So yeah. But yeah, I don't agree with it, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Make your money. So yeah, it's bad.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Wow. This was a great conversation.
Yes, it was. Glad. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
I'm humbled that you picked the phone up and gave me the call.
Oh, absolutely.
Eric, you next. You are next.
That's what's
so if
up.
you're watching this,
he told
get
me.
a hold of me.
Yeah.
Because I want you to come on. I'll come to you. I need a vacation and I need some place to go anyway.
Right. I told him about coming up, so he said he would. He said he would call you.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm see.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Man.
That's my buddy right there, man.
That's my.
We go way back. Shout out to the Jeffersons. Eric Jefferson. What's good? We call him the Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for having me though, man. I appreciate it.
This has been your episode of Across the Table, where the drinks are cold, the mics are hot, and the conversations are fire. DJ Sid Deluxx. What you got coming down the pike?
Right now, I'm working, like I said, I had the internet radio station on CMI Radio. Mm-hmm. If you don't have Live 365 app, get that. It's already shows on there right now. We got like 9 DJs right now. I'm like the 10th one. I just joined up with them. It's a internet radio based out of Chicago. And they doing really big things over there. That station is nice. I really, really like it. Some dope people there, first and foremost. And one of the guys that runs it, his name is Lance. He's actually an actor and well-known actor. Like he acts a lot of films and like he's got a huge following. So I was graced by my homie DJ John Phenomenon, which is here in the T.
You next too.
Shout out to Phenomenon. That's my homie. He was
crazy how interconnected.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's real sick. It's real sick.
I used to work with Johnny Chrysler.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
We used to work on the.
That's what's up.
The foam cannon.
we were just talking about Jeep the other day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, I think he worked actually when my dad was there. I didn't ever work there, but my pops worked at Jeep. So,
and your dad might be one of the smoothest dudes I've ever seen on the dance floor to lace up a pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, man. He's big on that stepping and Chicago stepping and ballrooming and stuff like that.
Shout out to Mr. Haney.
Yes, sir.
Because he cold. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he taught me. I ain't gonna even lie. He taught me. So yeah, we do it.
That's so great. This is
Yep.
The world is so small.
It is. Very small.
The world is so small. So you got the radio show.
Yeah, I got the
in
radio
Chicago.
show.
And you said something about the play.
Yeah, I got. I'm in a play. Get your tickets if you haven't. I think you can follow Spiders 3D Complex, which is my son's acting school. It's my son's acting coach. But they got me to play the Wiz, y'all. Oh my God! So yeah, absolutely. But yes, that is May 28th at the Mommy Theater, and I think the doors open around like 3:00 or 3:30, something like that. And it's gonna be nice. So if you got nothing to do, bring the family. This is definitely a family event. It'll be plenty of refreshments and stuff there. Just a really good time for the family. So if you want to come out, please support all your local people anyway. But even if you're not from around here, just come on out and support. We really appreciate it. It's going to be a really good time. So she does a lot with the kids, and I couldn't, my son volunteered me to do it, and I was like, man, I'm not, okay, I'll do it. So I did.
It's like you can't say no.
Sid love the kids, man. What can I say? So it is what it is.
That is what's up.
We got the new Basics album. If you haven't copped that, cop the new Basics album.
The Basics are back.
Yeah, you didn't know?
The Basics are back.
We got a new
Word
album.
to the Basics.
Yeah, we got a new album. So the Basics album, DABASIX. The name of the album is called Forever Fresh. If you haven't heard it, you can check it out at wherever you listen to music at. It's there. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all of that stuff. So
The Basics is back.
Yeah, we dropped the album back in February. Yeah, so February. Yep. And it's still a video coming soon. Yeah.
I need parts.
We're doing it. I got you, man. I got you. We got a treatment for like 3 videos right now. So we need people. So
just to throw a quick deuce, you know what I'm saying?
No, we gonna get you acting, man. You got to do something, bro.
Just gonna put me in it.
Yeah, we gonna put you in it, man. Absolutely. Yeah. So and is that it? That's all I got. I'm sure I got more. I'm just forgetting. So I'm horrible with this stuff. I need like my actual thing right in front of me so I can read everything. But yeah, that's it. Oh, I got a school coming soon. DJ school, downtown at the Toledo building, across the street from the main library in downtown Toledo. I'll have a DJ school. Want to learn how to DJ? Come see me. All my contact info, we'll leave all of that stuff with him.
Everything will be in the description. Damn, I didn't know you had this.
Yeah, got a whole curriculum and everything. Shout out to some people's already taken my class already. So, because I was doing it through Zoom when we had COVID and all of that. So, yeah, that's going on. And yeah, I'm gonna plug my wife too. Hey, she's Infinite Creations. She does candles. Hey man, we trying to get paid around here. You understand? She does candles, women's jewelry. She does incense. She does sugar scrubs. She does the shea butters for men and women, scents and all. So is that it? Am I missing anything? Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, we hustling around here. We gotta get busy. So love y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Man,
appreciate it.
That's that. Sheesh.
My man.
Sid Deluxx, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your episode of Across the Table. Till we meet again in a minute.
Peace.